Dr. Mike Lipper. I opened his book one day, many years ago, before I became a pastor. And I saw where he wrote, "Show me your mentors, and I can predict your future."
Wow.
You to succeed, for you to live your life without error, you need a mentor. If you are truly conscious that you have a mentor, just the consciousness that I have a mentor to shape you. Someone that cannot be a challenge to you is not qualified to be your mentor.
Can you please share with us your experience as an apprentice?
There are people that are not mentoring, but they want a mentor. They need a mentor. They will tell you, "I need a mentor," but they are not mentoring you. Because what makes you an apprentice, what makes you, mentorable, is you yourself yielding yourself for mentorship. If you have a mentor and you want to make the most out of a relationship with him, you have to discipline yourself. He said, Archbishop Benson, the host, said to him, "Others come to me to tell me what they know, but you come to me to know what I know." And the subject of mentorship is a very important subject. It cuts across every sphere and every vocation of life. If you come to politics, mentorship is important.
Mm-hmm.
You come to ministry, mentorship is important. You come to business, mentorship is important. As a matter of fact, like Bishop David Oyedepo once said, he said, you need to have a reference point to be a reference.
Wow.
So this is what mentorship is all about. Mentorship has to do with your roots. Mentorship has to do with who trained you, who coached you. I'd like to throw this in, scripturally in 1 Samuel 17, and I think that's verse 58.
Okay.
Saul, who invited David to the palace to come and play, the minstrel for him, suddenly one day asked David, "Whose son are you?" That's what mentorship is all about. Mentorship is all about who is your root, who trained you, who coached you, who showed you the way, who is your way paver, your pathfinder, who is your role model. That's mentorship. And the truth is, if you don't have a mentor, you'll be tormented in life.
Can someone really need a mentor in order to succeed in his or her career? Is it very, very important that one has to get a mentor?
It is as important as whatever you want to do. We just finished watching the World Cup, the 2026 World Cup, and you can see that the failure of every team in the World Cup at the end of the day was immediately shifted to the coach.
Sorry.
Even maybe when the coach didn't contribute to their failure. So it's so important that everyone should have a mentor, because your mentor is the one that decides your future. Your mentor decides your future. Your mentor decides, what you do, how you do it. So it's so important that everyone in the business world, ministry-wise, it cuts across everything, must have a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, look for one.
Severally, we have heard you talk about mentorship for many years. Let's come to you on a personal note. How has mentorship really affected you?
Well, to an extent, I don't need to say it, because it's showing. Everybody knows that I have a mentor. Everybody knows that my life is simply a replication.
Yes,
a replication of mentorship. Yeah. One thing I want to say in this area as regards to my life is it's pride, it's arrogance for anybody to exist without a recognition, a public recognition to a mentor. I like to say this: fear anybody who does not have a reference point. Wow. Fear anybody, avoid anybody who does not have a reference point. Because listen, mentorship is not only physical. Okay? Yes. Mentorship is not only physical. The person whose book you read that inspired you to do what you're doing has mentored you. That's why, in writing, yes, if you pick up a book to read and you can't find any reference in that book from the author to another author, that book is dangerous. That's true. That's why when you write your project in the university, yes, and you don't make references, they cancel it. Because you cannot just exist. That's true. There must be a root. So I personally, I am bold, I am vocal about it, to mention the people that has inspired me. People have inspired me. People have really, pointed me to what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And that is how much mentorship has affected me. So it is important for people to know that for you to succeed, for you to live your life without error, you need a mentor. Let me just chip in this. In the book of Exodus, we saw that God called Moses. Moses was powerful. He had a rod with which he was doing signs. And, there was this unusual eruption of signs and wonders. Mm-hmm. But a time came in his life and ministry when he met a man. And that man's name, the Bible called him Jethro, his father-in-law. The Bible called him the priest of Midian. Jethro one day saw the stress he was going through to pastor 7 million Jews and called him and said, "Hey, sit down. Let me give you counsel and God will be with you." Jethro was not anointed. He never had a rod like Moses. But the counsel of Jethro to Moses saved his life, made the work easier for him. So the importance of mentorship, like I have it in my own life, is that somebody must be there to mentor you and make the weight, make the burden, make what you are doing to be easy for you. Yes. So that's it.
Can you please share with us specific ways in which your mentors have actually shaped your character, your journey in life, your spiritual life?
Well, that's a vast one, because you said to share with you some ways that, mentorship has
shaped your character,
shaped my character, my spiritual life and all that. It's a story that cannot finish. But let me just say this. Without even your mentor talking to you, telling you this is the way you should live, yes, sir, this is the way you should do things, if you are truly conscious that you have a mentor, yes, sir, just the consciousness that I have a mentor, it will shape you. Wow. It will give you a life to live. Do you know that sometimes I want to do things and I'm scared in case my mentor sees it or in case my mentor hears about it. So it puts me on checks.
That's right.
Yeah, mentorship is that is in the line of your character. Mentorship has a way of forming you. It has a formation power on your character. Then, concerning my spiritual life, one good thing your mentor does to you, your consciousness of having a mentor does to you, is that someone who can't challenge you in what you are doing.
Yes, sir.
Someone that cannot be a challenge to you
Yes, sir.
is not qualified to be your mentor.
Wow.
Yes, because what really makes a mentor is that without your mentor telling you how much you should pray, how much you should read, how much you should do this. One thing about it is that seeing your mentor, recognizing your mentor gives you a direct challenge to live up to his own standard.
Yes.
For example, now, let me put it this way, because you talked about spirituality. One day I walked up to one of my mentors and I was just like, how does this man pray? How does this man pray that makes things happen? You know what? I had to go to his PA. I'm sorry, I'm saying this openly. I had to go to his PA to go and pray. How does this man pray? Because as a PA, you're the closest person to him apart from his wife.
Yes.
So tell me, how does this man pray that when he comes out, things happen? It's a challenge. Just seeing him is a challenge. Then the next one I like so much, and this is about Pastor David Ibiomi. Yeah. And we call him Papa. The first time I had the privilege of attending a conference with Pastor David Ibiomi, that was in Canaan lands. I will never forget. Immediately, the morning session ended. He said to me, let us go to the bookstand. Immediately, the session ended, the morning session. He said, let us go to the bookstand. And we walked up to the bookstand and began to pick books. I watched him pick books. He began to pick books. And then he said to me, never attend a conference without buying books.
Wow.
From that day, I don't attend no conference without picking books. The next person that did it to me was the late Dr. Miles Monroe.
Wow.
In Israel. I had the privilege of PAing him. I had the privilege of, aiding him in a conference in Israel. Dr. Miles Monroe, one of the days, after his morning session, said to me, follow me to the bookstand. So I followed to the bookstand. And he pointed at a book and said, buy this book. It will help you.
Wow.
And I bought it. Still in my bookshelf. So mentorship has a great way to shape you. Mentorship. That's a great way. So if you are asking me about how much, mentorship has affected me, oh my God, grossly. It has really affected me all around. And I appreciate those that God has helped me to meet in my lifetime. Let me explain this. Because sometimes you want to even read, you don't know what to read.
That's true.
So a mentor, it has a way of helping you make your election of books. Giving you direction of what to read. Because some books are poison. Some books are not even necessary to what you're doing.
Let's move straight to apprenticeship. Because we believe that before somebody becomes a mentor, that person must have gone through apprenticeship. Because somebody might have led you, guided you before you get to where you get. Can you please share with us your experience as an apprentice?
Yeah, first we need to look at the word apprentice.
Okay.
Yeah, who is an apprentice? An apprentice is someone who has the opportunity and the privilege of a formal or informal, education with somebody. You are there for training. You are there to learn. You are there to know. You are there to discover. So an apprentice is someone who has submitted himself for training. You understand?
Yes.
So your question is that you asked me something about
your journey on an apprenticeship, because you have told us that you have mentors.
Yes.
So what are your experiences? Because an apprentice,
that's so important, and that's why I also started the way I started.
Yes, sir.
Now watching, there are people that are not mentorable.
Wow.
There are people that are not mentorable, but they want a mentor. They need a mentor. They will tell you, I need a mentor, but they are not mentorable because what makes you an apprentice, what makes you, mentorable is you yourself yielding yourself for mentorship. You, because your mentor does not need you.
That's true.
You are the one that needs your mentor. So you just have to yield. It's not easy to be an apprentice. It's not easy. So also it's not easy to be a mentor. It's not easy to be an apprentice. Because someone that wants to be an apprentice must develop certain virtues like endurance, long-suffering, humility, self-control. So for me, as an apprentice to mentors, I have some things that I feel that is helping me to be mentored. Never expect your mentor to really consider how you feel. How you feel about something, how you feel about how he treats you it's irrelevant. Never expect him to. No. You are just there to follow and to learn. You learn in pain.
Wow.
And other ways. Just learn. Your duty is just to learn. You want to learn. That's why you are there. You want to learn. So you have to develop certain virtues just to learn. Sometimes you have to even cry and your mentor does not know. sometimes you are with your mentor and he doesn't know you've not eaten. And you are not to complain. Sometimes you are with your mentor and he doesn't know you've not taken a nap, you've not taken sleep. He doesn't want to know. But your focus is to learn and be trained. That is what it is.
What are the major challenges you have actually faced as an apprentice?
One of the challenges I faced as a protege, as an apprentice to a mentor, is the challenge of your being at your best, but not being appreciated.
Okay.
You are the one that know you are doing your best. But the mentor, your mentor is not seeing it. It's not that he's not appreciative. He's not seeing it. He's not seeing it that you are making sacrifices. And if the appreciation, the accolade, the recognition is what matters to you, you'll be discouraged. So you just keep following, keep until the day God will touch his heart to say, oh, you may even discover that your mentor one day will tell you, I didn't know you do all this just to be here. Yes, I didn't know. That's why everybody who is given to eye service does not last as a protege. Everyone who is given to eye service does not last as an apprentice. They don't last because you are not doing anything you are doing to win anybody's accolade. You're just doing it because you know what you want and what you should do to get what you want.
What can you say? These are the things you have. What are the lessons you have learned from these challenges over the years?
The lessons I've learned
Yes.
from the challenges I faced.
The journey to apprenticeship, protege to mentorship, because I believe based on the challenges you have, there are some lessons. Maybe something have happened and you learned something from. So what are those lessons that you have actually learned?
Okay, so one of the major lessons I've learned being a protege or being an apprentice to a mentor is focus.
Okay.
Focus. Just like what's his name? Elijah and Elisha. Elijah was with Elisha, and on their way to Jordan, where Elijah was taken away, he had so many junctions of their journey, Gilgal and all that, Bethel, where there were, onlookers, distractors. Bible also calls them the sons of the prophet, who were telling him, hey, today your master will be taken from you. But all he was doing was, hey, hold your peace, until he got to where he got to and got what he was looking for. So you need focus. A lot of people will distract you. A lot of things will want to distract you. But mentorship, one of the lessons in mentorship is focus, unbroken focus. Unbroken focus.
Wow.
Yes. Now listen, anybody you are following, anybody you submit to as a mentor that distract us, does not try to intrude, watch it. There is nothing of value in that person.
That's true.
So that's one of the lessons I've learned focus. When you are sure this is your mentor, focus. Let your eyes be on him. Number 2 lesson I've learned in my journey of protégeship or apprenticeship is discipline. Discipline. If you have a mentor and you want to make the most out of your relationship with him, you have to discipline yourself. For example, I've never asked my mentor for money for once. There is nobody I consider as a mentor to me that I have asked for money for once. Discipline. It doesn't mean I don't have needs. Yes. It doesn't mean I've not come under pressure, but I've never opened my mouth to ask them for money.
Wow.
It's as serious as I have never opened my mouth to ask them for accommodation. Trying to go maybe see your mentor and you're asking for accommodation. I've never tried it. I've never done that. So that's a discipline. All around discipline. Both the way you talk, because you cannot be talking anyhow before your mentor. You cannot be talking anyhow before your mentor. Even if you are an ordained orator, when you see your mentor, you tame your tongue. You now listen. This is so important. I don't know why I'm saying this, but it may help somebody. I listened to a tape by Bishop David Oyedepo. He said one day that Archbishop, the revered translated Archbishop, he said Archbishop Benson in the host said to him, others come to me to tell me what they know, but you come to me to know what I know. So your mouth cannot be running when you're with your mentor. Anytime you're with your mentor, it should be your time of silence and listening. Just listen. Just listen. Sometimes I feel more free texting than talking. So that's it.
Well, that's wisdom. Looking back when you started ministry, if you have been given the chance to go back to where you started, the process you have gone through, would you want to go back again on the journey of how you started? Because from all you are saying, it's all about apprenticeship, protégé to mentorship. Somebody guided you, held your hand, got into where you are right now. So if you are being asked to go back to that certain point, would you be like, yes, I would like to go back and to that holding thing?
The truth is that nobody wants to go backwards. Nobody wants to start afresh.
Sure.
But if it is like mandated on me, you have to get back to where you started. Hear me. I will embrace it with all my heart. And do you know what? I will now do better, because some of the mistakes I made and I learned from them, I will not make them. There are easier ways, better ways to start. But if it has to do with exactly how I started, I will embrace it.
That's true. But we have so many talented persons out there who believe that their talent can always make way for them. My question is talent enough for somebody to succeed without a mentor?
To answer that question or to, deal with that, it's just that people don't think deep. We have a lot of shallow thinkers. Why would every talented person need a manager?
That's true.
Why? The manager did not give you your talent. The manager did not give you your skill. But once you are a star, you are a talented person, gifted person, and you come on stage and showcase what you have, the next thing is they tell you you need a manager. So talent is not enough, because your mentor or your manager helps to harness your gift. You can have a gift or a skill or a talent that does not profit you. You have a gift, it's not profiting you. It's your manager that knows what to do or how to package you to bring out the profits from what you're doing. That's why you are hearing that so many talented people, at the end of their career, they end up having nothing. These are people who are talented, gifted, skilled, but didn't have a personal coach, a personal mentor. It's like a footballer.
Yes.
A footballer, that is playing for a team or a club or country, and they have a general coach who takes them on to go play their matches.
Yes.
Now, such a footballer who is playing in a club as a star still needs a personal mentor or coach who helps to direct his affairs. Somebody told me that when he made his first, is it 10 million or 5 million? He rushed quickly and bought himself a Porsche car, a very flashy car. So somebody by the side who likes him, who loves him, just called him and said, this is good. But do you know that you will always live to maintain this car, to have it run on the road? You buy fuel, you spend money on engine and all that. He said, next time when money comes, don't buy cars, buy lands. He said that's how he became a millionaire.
Wow. That's wisdom.
Somebody by the side. So somebody needs to direct you. Yeah. I have somebody in my life that when I make money, when I get some money, I tell him how much. I just got to Sama. So he tells me, this kind of money now, this is what to do, this is what not to do.
That's true.
It's your money. Hey, it's your money. But if somebody does not direct you, you just see yourself misfiring. Do you know that some talented people don't have office? Some of them don't have houses.
It's true. You sleep in the hotels.
And that's it. That's what wasted Mike Tyson. I'm sorry to say. Mike Tyson will buy a particular suit, maybe a blue color, and he will buy a car of the same color to match. And before we knew it, he became bankrupt.
And a young person who is looking for a mentor approach somebody he admires to be his mentor.
Yeah, you see, somehow the African culture, the African way of living limits us here in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, just like you have it that a girl should not walk up to a young man and make a proposal or make advances until the young man comes. Now, this is life. This is success we're talking about.
Yes.
This is destiny. You are free to walk up to somebody and initiate, that's the language, and initiate a relationship. Knowing how that relationship will influence and affect your life positively. But look at it. Approach is everything. Okay? Approach is everything. So if you don't have the approach, then you miss it. Wow. If you don't have the approach, you miss it. I'm going to tell you something. The book that made me take mentorship serious is written by a man called Dr. Mike Murdock. Dr. Mike Murdock. I opened this book one day, many years ago, before I became a pastor. And I saw where he wrote, "Show me your mentors, and I can predict your future." Then, as I read further, he made another powerful statement. He said, most of the people you need to succeed will never come to you. Wow. You are the one to go to them. That's powerful. So if you are the one to go to them in your low state, you need tact. You need wisdom. You need that strategy of approach. And it is in this strategy of approach that people miss. I'll give you a practical example. You want somebody to be your mentor, and you're meeting for the first time, and you're asking for money for transfer. That's an error. That's a red flag. Red flag is not only for a relationship of man and woman. It's approach. You ask God to give you that strategy, the approach. So you are the one that needs a mentor. You should. He doesn't need you. Yes. You are the one to go. And can I just say this? Yes. Let me just say this to help somebody. If you want a man to be your mentor or a woman to be your mentor, simple. Try to meet his need. Wow. You know, the average person feels that a rich man, a successful person, does not need anything. You should try to meet his need at your own level and capacity. At your own level and capacity. Try to meet his need. That's right. So, what advice would you give the young people who aspire to get mentors? Yeah, the word I have for everyone that wishes or aspires to get a mentor is you have a good desire. Don't let nobody shut you down. You have a good desire. And please ask God or ask man for the wisdom on how to go about it. You have a good desire. It is not wrong. It's like in politics. Many people in politics who has been there for a long time and yet has no record of success, they despise this issue of mentorship. I know that the issue of a godfatherism and trace every successful politician. The person will tell you how another great politician influenced their ambition. That's true. So it's not wrong. So just try to get the wisdom on how to go about it. God bless you.